2018, and of course, all the one that is going to be in Qatar in 2022. There have been issues of corruption. That allegation of corruption recently is just, if you look at it, 7 executive members that executive committee members that were actually picked up for corruption. We've had several. I mean, some in the past years. So this is like the biggest news. This is something that I will keep talking about till the end of the year. Of course, it's still the FIFA president till at least March next year. Let's just see what will happen, and let's see if those structural change will be there. The question is this: he has resigned. What would happen to FIFA? I mean, there's corruption allegations are on FIFA. The FBI is investigating FIFA. There's several issues with FIFA right now. What will happen with FIFA even after he has gone? It seems invincible. He has resigned. And what will the next president, what will he do? What are those structures? Because those structural changes will not start now. Those structural changes are gradual. They'll keep going, keep coming up. And, well, let's just see how it happens.
Sepp Blatter was elected president of FIFA on June the 8th, 1998, at the 51st Congress, succeeding João Havelange, who held the FIFA's presidency since 1974. Tunde, a lot has been said, but I think to a certain level, Africa should be grateful to Sepp Blatter and his administration.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is why during the CAF Congress that was held earlier this year, CAF promised Blatter a block vote. And if you look at the way it is structured in in FIFA, CAF has actually the highest number of members of any of the confederations, 54, ahead of UEFA that has 53. Yeah. And if you have a block vote from a confederation like CAF, and you know that there's different schisms or splits within other confederations as well, you are more or less guaranteed of the FIFA presidency. But the thing about Blatter's presidency is that it has benefited Africa tremendously. Yeah, all across Africa. You can visit FIFA gold projects, FIFA donations to federations who are in dire need of financial assistance. There is, I can't think of one African country that has not benefited from FIFA's largesse. And when you look at that, Africa will feel somewhat hard done by. But it is instructive that we should learn from this. Yeah. Because for years, a lot of people have been saying that not only is FIFA not clean, CAF itself has a lot of questions to answer. For example, look at the recent voting process for the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations that surprisingly, against all odds, went to Gabon. There have been so many insinuations. The Algerians were livid, the Ghanaians were unhappy, that a lot of people felt that maybe something untoward must have gone on during the voting process for that tournament. So those kind of questions will continue to arise. Maybe I think CAF can borrow a leaf from what has happened in FIFA, but this is Africa. I don't think it will happen.
Federations will be doing a lot of cleaning now because all eyes on FIFA and federations. We will not be spared. So much to talk on this issue coming out of Sepp Blatter's agreement. I don't know, till we see that letter of resignation, agreement to step aside. I'm being joined now via telephone by a football commentator in Nigeria, Dudu Orumen, joins us on the phone. Good evening and welcome to Sports Tonight. I'm super. We're hearing talks of Sepp Blatter, FIFA, crises, and all of the questions coming out of that international football organization. What does this mean for African football, Sepp Blatter agreeing to step aside?
Well, I think it's difficult to deep down what is going to happen. What comes to me is that the geopolitics of the world start creeping into football. It may not lead FIFA to permanent damage more than their interest. I think there's also damage that's likely to happen because the UK is not happy that the World Cup was still right for 2018 to Russia. America is not happy that the World Cup to Qatar. I think those are very critical elements in the game more than the outcome.
we're having problems with connectivity, but we'll try to reconnect with Dudu Rumen to get his view. Tunde, he just mentioned one of the big problems, Russia 2018 and Qatar 2022. No escape route for FIFA in that.
No, well, one thing people have to remember is that there are two separate investigations going on. One is by the FBI about corruption charges against certain FIFA executive committee members. The second is from the Swiss authorities regarding the voting processes for the 2018 and the 2022 FIFA World Cups. So those are issues that are two different separate ones, but are also very, very linked because of the fact that a lot of people are thinking that it had to take the American security forces to jump into this in order to clean FIFA. For years, a lot of people have been saying so much about what is going on in FIFA, the allegations about it being run like a mafia organization with Blatter as the godfather. He has lieutenants in all the confederations. It seems very, 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 very easy to understand. But when you also look at the fact that in America, you can get away with anything, possibly murder, but you can never get away with not paying tax. And that is how all this started. Chuck Blazer, remember, I think was former president of CONCACAF, was the one who was picked up because he had tremendous amounts of money that he didn't pay tax on. And when they caught him, he squealed, they started saying that this was that. And a lot of people feel he has been cooperating extensively or singing like a canary to the FBI. And that is how all these things started to unravel. Jeffrey Webb, current president of CONCACAF and the FIFA vice president, was also among those who was arrested. This thing reaches to the highest echelons of FIFA, and there is no way that Sepp Blatter can continue to claim ignorance of what has gone on under his watch.
Very deep. Dudu Rumen is back on the line. Dudu, we're trying to understand all of this crises that has probably forced Sepp Blatter to resign. What do you think this can do in terms of total cleansing of football all over the world, particularly Africa?
Well, in the case of Africa, it might just be a bit of a downslide because it would appear that Blatter in itself captured Africa's interest tremendously, and the number of slots that Africa has is from 2 to 5. And I think that might be the roof, or like the limit to which Africa can get places that if they wouldn't even push to reduce it. So to the extent of African interest, Blatter's departure may just diminish. But on the global level, FIFA appears to have been too much of a lot of stuff, and each time Blatter was coming into contest, whoever was the possible opponent was either suspended or dismissed from it, such that, I mean, the man got 5 tests. I mean, the game design, it was looking like them great forever. And then, of course, we took this standard.
We're having issues connecting with Dudu Rumen, but we'll try to fix that and get him again on the phone. But Cosmos, I heard him say, with what is going on, particularly Africa, it's about time for us to sit tight and ensure that we start doing things right.
Yeah, we have been saying that for years. Sit tight and start doing things right. But then, as CAF is being structured, it will be very difficult for things to be right, things to get right. Like that. I mean, he just said it. He talked about the voting process for the African Cup of Nations of 2017. And of course, the one of 2019 as well. So he said it all. That corruption is there. CAF has been...
allegations of corruption.
That corruption allegation is there. Yeah, I need to say that. So it has been there. So it will be very difficult. However, if we start getting things right, if structures are being put in place, like we've been saying for the past years, if structures are put in place, I think it will be the best for Africa. But then it will be difficult for such a thing to happen. I think we should just say the truth. Yeah. Will it happen? That is something that we cannot say because you know the structure of CAF. CAF is structured in such a way that it's very difficult for the right things to happen.
It's a closed cabal, more or less, because if you look at the changes to the rules that they made just a few years ago, that it is only executive committee members
that can
vie for the post of
the presidency.
presidency.